All right. So, yes, thanks again, and welcome to all of you, and thanks for being here. This is the 11th year of the Bioscience Entrepreneurship Program. My name is Wiley Larson. I am Program Manager for Translational Bioscience and Entrepreneurship here at the Flinn Foundation. I'm joined by my colleague, Mary O'Reilly, who is Vice President for, I'm going to get the title wrong, Vice President for Bioscience here at the Flinn Foundation. So we're glad you all could be here today and let us share a little bit with you about the Bioscience Entrepreneurship Program. We will post this recording hopefully by the end of the day, and so you feel free to come back or refer others to the website to see the info session as well. A little bit about the history. So Flinn Foundation has been active in biosciences and supporting bioscience innovation for more than 20 years. And going back to the Arizona Bioscience Roadmap, which was initiated by the Flinn Foundation in 2002. We just celebrated the 20th year of the Bioscience Roadmap, the longest running strategic plan for biotech economic development that we're aware of in the United States. And so we're in the process of re-upping that for the next 10 years and revisions, and some of those things will be taking place over the next year or so. We point specifically to strategy number 2 here, which is build a critical mass of bioscience firms by increasing the number of bio startups formed and supporting them through commercialization. So we're trying to help not only increase the number of startups, but increase their success rate as we go through and do programs like this. As you can see, there's about 6 awardees per year, and so over the past 10 years, lots of great companies that we've had the opportunity to help support. And so you might see some familiar logos there as well. But we're looking forward to adding 6 more here in a few months. So right off the bat, the benefits of the Bioscience program is a $30,000 non-dilutive grant. We'll talk a little bit more about that and how it's administered in a little bit. We also offer each company membership in the Arizona Bioscience Roadmap Steering Committee. So going back to the roadmap, we have a very robust group of community leaders and bioscience leaders and healthcare professionals who participate in our steering committee in those quarterly meetings, in addition to several project teams that help support the biosciences and their advancement in Arizona. So that is a great networking opportunity, and all participants in the Bioscience Entrepreneurship Program get membership on that committee for the duration of their grant for that cohort. One of our great partners in this program is also AZ Bio, and so all companies in the program also get a membership to AZ Bio. We have a great pool of mentors that we provide one mentor towards each grantee based on kind of the needs and the stage of each company. And nearly all of our grantees have said that that's one of the most beneficial parts of the program, is to have that one-on-one mentorship throughout the program. And obviously those relationships continue on even after the year-long program. We have some professional development funds that are available to help advance you as CEOs and leaders of your companies. Lots of bioscience-related events and invitations and tickets to attend those through the program. And it all kind of comes back to networking opportunities as well. So we've got a lot of different activities that we not only lead at the Flinn Foundation, but that we participate in as partners around the community. So getting to be a part of that is also a benefit of the program. So as part of our charter at the Flinn Foundation, we're here to support bioscience innovation and healthcare innovation in the state of Arizona. So for the parameters of this program, we're looking for biotech, bioscience related innovations to help support. So not exclusively to this list, but some of the things that we have supported in the past and that are looking for medical devices, medical equipment and technologies, diagnostics, therapeutics, drugs, pharmaceuticals, agricultural innovations, research testing and medical laboratory technology, bioscience related distribution. So as we see technology advance and the different aspects of healthcare and biotech continue to grow, we try to be as inclusive as possible in those different ideas and applications. And if you're not sure if you qualify, please just reach out to us and ask us. We do rely completely on our review panels for the decision making in this process, but we can absolutely offer guidance and examples of past program participants as kind of a way to determine whether your particular innovation falls within that eligibility criteria. Other parts of eligibility, our charter is exclusive to supporting companies in Arizona. You don't necessarily have to be incorporated in Arizona. I know many companies are Delaware C Corps and Nevada C Corps. So if that is the case, make sure that you are registered as a foreign registrant doing business in Arizona from the Arizona Corporation Commission. You need to be incorporated in some way, whether an S Corp, an LLC, or a C Corp. And we do get a lot of questions about, well, I'm based in Arizona, but I have team members in other locations. And those, again, we work with our review committees to determine, what does based in Arizona mean? And when it comes down to it, we want to see those funds spent in Arizona, or the majority of them spent in Arizona. We prefer to see teams that are primarily based in Arizona, not to say that there may not be team members outside. But it has to sort of pass that test of, is this company really based in Arizona and is it benefiting the economy in Arizona? That's how we kind of gauge that. So if you have questions about that, we're happy to chat, and we might be able to ask some questions about what that looks like, maybe your intentions of moving more operations to Arizona. And so all of those things are in play. So please let us know if you have questions about that. We do accept pre-revenue and early stage revenue companies. We do look for formed companies, and there has to be a commercial plan in place for that technology. So if this is early stage research that's a long ways from commercialization, that's probably not the best fit for this program. And so we definitely, and you will see from the application materials that we are definitely looking for pre-seed, seed, and early stage startups for this program. The application requirements, not too onerous. We have a basic applicant contact information. We ask for a 2-page executive summary. We ask for a slide deck. This is where we do ask that you specifically provide a 15-slide deck in the order that we delineate in the application system and on the website. And so that is, as you know, our review panels are reviewing lots and lots of these applications, and it really helps to have everything in the same order. And it also fits with the scoring and the rubric that they're filling out on the website. So we do, or on the application system. So we do ask that you have no more than 15 slides, and that you keep the order in which we outline on the website. And I'll show you that here in a second. And we also ask, the fourth item is a letter of support. This can be from a partner, a customer, an investor, a stakeholder. We kind of leave that up to you. It doesn't need to be from somebody outside the company. That's the first requirement there. But it could be, I'm a customer discovery guy, so when you provide a letter of support from a potential customer that's saying, hey, this is an urgent unmet need, and we're ready to buy as soon as this comes on the market, I think those types of letters are really, really strong. So other things obviously are acceptable as well, but that's what we're looking for in that letter of support. So here are the 15 slides. Obviously a cover slide with a brief company overview and the purpose statement behind the company. Our second slide is going to delineate the value proposition, outlining the problem and defining the solution. The third slide is specifics about your product or service, what makes it new and innovative, what differentiates you from the current solutions that are out there. Please do not put any proprietary information on these slides. All of our reviewers are under NDAs, but at the same time, we would prefer that you not include anything that you wouldn't want shared openly. So please keep that in mind as well. The fourth slide is your team and advisors. The fifth slide is the market size. Sixth slide is competition. And the seventh slide is customer feedback and validation that you've achieved up to this point. The eighth slide is your intellectual property strategy. That can be, provisional patents, issued patents, patents pending, trademarks, copyrights, anything that falls under intellectual property. We want to hear about your current status and your plans going forward for that. In many cases, applicants will be requiring FDA approval. So the ninth slide is the regulatory strategy. Even outside the healthcare and medical space, there's always regulatory issues for new devices and new technologies. So please make sure that you cover that as well. The 10th slide is manufacturing and scale up. How does that look in your particular case? The 11th slide is the business model, the commercial strategy. How do you make money? The 12th slide are your financials, pro formas, your funding to date, seed round, and investment highlights. So just an overview there of where your current status is in your finances for your company. The 13th slide is a risk analysis. So where are the things that you're addressing, the strategies for addressing those risks, the key potential challenges that you may be encountering in the coming few years. The 14th slide is the use of the Flinn funds. We want to see some detail on this, so make sure that you provide that information. Supplies, consultants. I'll go over the list of different things that are allowed here in a second. And then our 15th slide is kind of up to you. What would you like the review panel to know? Just kind of your closing summary slide and the compelling reason why you should be selected. Any questions on those 15 slides before I keep moving? All right. Use of funds, including but not limited to the development and the refinement of your business plans, marketing plans, SBIR grant proposals, patent analysis, patent filings, lease of equipment, prototype development, third-party validation, testing equipment, legal costs, creation of PPMs, other things related to fundraising, regulatory consultants, trade shows, registration, and travel, where we're pretty open. We understand that even with, especially with some federal funding, there's limitations on how that money can be spent. And so we try to keep things a little more open for this particular opportunity. Where we do not allow for the funding to go to past debt or to founders' salaries. So those are the two things that we will not pay for with this program. So just real quick on how to apply, flinn.org/entrepreneur. That will take you directly to the Bioscience Entrepreneurship webpage. There are apply buttons. So there's a little bit of a layered thing going on here, just so you're aware. There's an overview page, and then there's an apply page. And I think we have links to apply on both of those pages. I'll double check that. But make sure that you go to the apply page that has all of the eligibility requirements and everything that you need. And then you're going to click this apply button when the time comes. And that's going to take you off the Flinn website to the platform that we use for the application system, which is SurveyMonkey Apply. It's a special program outside of SurveyMonkey that is specifically designed for opportunities like this. So it's kind of a long URL there. So I would highly encourage you to bookmark that so that you're not constantly going through all the clicks through the Flinn webpage. So that'll take you off the Flinn webpage to SurveyMonkey Apply. And if you've applied in the past, we do not remove your accounts. So you can log in with account that you've already created in the past. If you have not, obviously you'll want to create a new account. If you don't remember your password, there's a link there to help you out with that as well. Once you get in, now this is a test application that I did a few weeks ago. So I've already submitted this, but you're going to have 3 basic tasks here that are in this gold circle. The contact information, that's the basic forms that you're going to fill out about your company and how we reach you. The about your business is going to have just some more details about incorporation date, incorporation location, some of the details about the company itself. And then the third area is your application submission. So that's where you'll upload your 2-page executive summary, your 15-slide slide deck, and your letter of support. So that's where I didn't go any further to open those up, but those are the 3 places that you'll have to go in and complete. Once that's done, you'll get the green check mark, and that it has been submitted. Now, if you submit something and then prior to the deadline, you want to go in and make a change, you can go in and make a change after it's already been submitted up until the deadline, which is January 29th at 5 p.m. So you do have that capability. And if at any point you have challenges or you run into hiccups with the application system, please let me know. We'll log in there and we'll try to find out what's going on. So please reach out to us if you have any questions there. As I just mentioned, the deadline to apply is January 29th at 5 p.m. Our review process will begin right away in February. We've got 3 review panels set up that will go through your executive summary and your slide deck and make recommendations. We will convene each review team to put forward their top selections from that pool. And then we will notify around March 1st the companies that have been selected to go to the second round, which are the in-person interviews, which will take place here at the Flinn Foundation offices on March 19th. And we'll assign times for each of those pitches, which will be a 15-minute pitch and 10 minutes of Q&A with our on-site review panel. So we'll take a few days to get all of those approvals made, and we hope to announce the awardees around March 30th. So that's how the review cycle takes place. What we're looking for in the scoring rubric, these are kind of the categories that our reviewers will go through and mark scores. The company purpose and value proposition, the team and advisors, the market and competition, the IP, regulatory and manufacturing strategies, the business model, the financials, the risk, the use of funds, and then they'll mark a score of the overall, of the executive summary analysis and the overall proposal. They will be recording feedback in each of these areas, which we will provide to all of the applicants within a few weeks after the decisions have been made. So we find that all of our applicants for all of our programs are very appreciative of the feedback that they receive. So we will send that to you a few weeks after the winners have been announced. We do work with AZ Bio as our grant administrator. So 100% of the award goes to your company. They will work with you to manage the payment and all of those types of details. They will also work with you for your final report and your interim report. We will ask for a midterm report as well. And they do a lot of data keeping and surveying of our past winners. So they provide us a report every year about the past grantees and participants and how they're doing. So you will be working with them a lot if selected for the program. They're a great partner, and we work with them on a lot of different activities. So that's kind of the overview. You can apply at flinn.org/entrepreneur. Over the next 2 weeks, we will have open office hours for 2 hours on next Tuesday, the 16th, and the following Tuesday of the 23rd, from 2 to 4 on the 16th, from 12 to 2 on the 23rd. You do not need to make an appointment. You can just jump on. Typically, we'll have people kind of jump on and off, ask questions, and you're welcome to stay on or drop off once your questions have been answered. And so no appointments necessary. Just log in and we'll answer any questions we can for you. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me. It's usually the easiest way to get a hold of us. Mary as well, our contact information is right there. So with that, anybody have any questions that we can answer for you? Good.
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
So you have on there agricultural innovation. Can you expand on that, please, and how that would meet the goals of the Flinn Foundation?
Yes. I have an agricultural background, so I would explain this as You know, we obviously agriculture, biology are very interrelated. And so the case that you will want to make really ties back to the value proposition of your company and your technology. So we want to hear as our charter to support bioscience innovation in the state of Arizona. We'll need you to talk about the benefits and of the innovation in the agricultural sector and how it improves the health of our food supply, of our water supply, of anybody consuming those products. Those are the arguments that you will want to make in terms of making sure that that falls within our charter. Mary, do you want to weigh in on that as well?
No, Wally, that's exactly right. You know, it's how agriculture is impacting health, and vice versa. Does that answer your question?
Yes, and sorry, I was having a problem unmuting. Yes, it does. And I have the difficult proposition that I have numerous applications for my technology, and one of them happens to be agricultural. So that's why I was asking.
Yeah, and there, just John, what I would say too is if you have numerous opportunities, I suppose it always comes down to, which one here will have the biggest impact in the larger bio space. Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much for that.
Okay. John, can I ask just one other question? Just given that you already have a business, will this be a new business? I.e., will you be setting it up as a new LLC, or, because you'll also have to make a case. This is not a program for businesses that are already in play. It's for new businesses, not necessarily, say, a product line extension. So that would be an important thing, I would say, for you. You'd have to distinguish that. Yeah.
So it is an existing concept, and if you don't mind me getting a little bit verbose, we did a paper on hot tub sanitization, which is certainly not within the sphere of the Flinn Foundation. Yeah. However, before we put anyone in those hot tubs, we were using fish to validate that there were no problems with secondary, issues. And in the process, we discovered that it was a very effective way of eliminating nitrogen waste products and disease vectors. So it has applications in aquaculture, and that is an area that we are currently working with the University of Arizona on.
Okay.
Does that explain it enough?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And if you're working with the University of Arizona, and Bruce and the guys down there, they'll, I would say that you would show them your presentation in advance of submitting it, just because they know this program well, so they could make sure that everything is lining up so that, there isn't a minor issue that would disqualify you. Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's something I'm passionate towards. I quite like fish in the oceans and whatnot. So
that's great. Thank you. Thank you.
And food.
And food. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's great. One thing I will add to that also is, as a past reviewer, I would look at your value proposition and your problem solution and how it affects health. But I'm also going to look right down at your use of funds too, to make sure that the funding is being applied to those value propositions. So that's also a key place that we'll look to say, is this really funding really being used to advance bioscience in Arizona? So any other questions?
I had one. Hi. I'm Shira. I'm from Nasus Medical. We're working on intranasal drug delivery. We actually applied in the past. We didn't get it, and we wanted to apply again. I wanted to understand the part about location. So I'm the only remote person. I'm the CEO on the East Coast, but our CTO, our engineer, and our labs are in Arizona. So I wanted to know if it would still be an appropriate application if I'm remote.
Yeah, and sure. So I remember we spoke before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you applied before. Absolutely. Most of your team are here. Yeah. So yeah.
We're a small team, but yes, majority.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have a
thank you.
question. Oh, I'm sorry, Shira. Didn't mean
No, I'm
to
done. Go ahead.
interrupt you. In terms of the use of funds, that was a great list, and it's a generous list that gives a lot of leeway for the company. Is there a preferred use of funds that the Flinn Foundation would like to see out of all of those options, or is everything on the table?
Mary, you might know just from a historical perspective more than I.
No, I sure, or Jill, no, it's actually what's really become, when people read what the use of funds are, it really needs to link back to your project. So it can be whatever is deemed as necessary. And it's when those two things diverge, you'll get questions from reviewers saying, well, why are they putting money here when they say they want to do this? So Flinn actually leaves it up to you as a companies to know what you need to use your funds for within the bounds of, like, we're bound by tax law as well. And, that's reasons why maybe salaries aren't included. But yes, it's up to you to determine, to say it, and then it has to be a logical, there has to be a good logic for why you're using it.
Sure. And then in terms of timing of expenditure of funds, would that be by the end of 2024, or is it March 30th through March 29th of 2025?
Yeah, it's March to March, so it's from the day of the award. And in actual fact, it happens that, like in many granting situations, people get to the end of their time and they might have, even though this is relatively small amount of money, people still have money left. So normally no cost extensions would be awarded as well. Yeah, but with good reason. But yes, it's a 12-month from the day of award.
Great.
Excellent. Any other questions?
If I may ask a question, I'd like to know, is this an annual competition? Shira mentioned that she filed previously. Was that, so is it once a year that Flinn makes this opportunity available?
Yeah, yes, it is, Douglas. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and it's been running for the last 10 or 11 years. I think what you mentioned. So yes, it's an annual. What we did this year that is a little different from prior years is up to the last, it's always run in the fall previously, but for just internal reasons, we just have moved it to the spring.
And if I may be allowed a follow-up
Sure.
question, that question would be, typically how many applicants are submitted each year? And apparently I'd like to confirm it's 6 awardees that are granted.
Wiley. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's typically 30 to 40 applicants each year. So six out of that number is pretty good odds.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Anyone else? All right, great. Well, thank you for joining us. Please don't hesitate to reach out at any point over the next 3 weeks or so. We know that's coming up pretty quickly. So if you have any questions, let us know. We will have office hours next week and the following week, which will be kind of like this, only without the presentation. So you're welcome to jump on and say, hey, had a question about this. What do you think? happy to have that dialogue with you, and we can set up other times as well if those times don't work for you. So with that, we'll let you get on with the rest of your day. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care, guys. Bye.